I'm Alison Henderson, your confident and visionary leadership coach, and this series is about riding that fine line between assertiveness and aggressive. Because this is something that trips people up, or it is all in the eye of the beholder, as in you can't necessarily control whether somebody's going to call you aggressive. However, you can do everything in your power to lessen the chances that that will occur. And today we're going to talk about gestures and how they layer on to one another until they become aggressive. And this is in the quality of your movements. What I always suggest as a movement pattern analyst when I'm working with a client is to think about more indulgent gesturing. Now, what this means is being a little bit slower, being a little bit lighter, and in general, having a little bit less focus oftentimes to your movements. This helps to put people at ease a little bit more. We tend to lower our gesturing, which if you've seen my blog and my videos on the different planes of the body, when we lighten up and slow down, sometimes that helps us to soften and to lower our gestures so that they're not up here. And when I talk about layering things on, it's okay to have speed, let's say, to be kind of quick gesturing as you get excited about something, as long as they stay light, because then they're less barraging, shall we say, to your audience. But the minute you speed up your gestures and you also become a lot heavier with them, they become a little bit frantic, and then that's when things become aggressive. Oh my gosh, he was just flailing his arms at me. He was being so aggressive, or she was being so aggressive because she was being so fast and her arms were coming straight at me. And you see the difference in that. I can still be quick and excited. Oh, this is really important to me, and I really want you to be on the same page with me, and everything about what I'm doing right now is quick, but there's a lightness to it. It doesn't come across the same, and it will help my voice also keep from being quite so heavy and strident and purposeful, as if I'm saying, I am really excited about this, and we really have to do this, and this is so important right now, and we have to get on it right here, right now, today. Do you see the difference? There is a real heaviness to that quickness. And when the heavy and quickness like to be buddies, just as lightness and slowing down a little bit like to be buddies. So there are different movements that we talk about as consultants that go together, that like to pair up. And we have to pair them up in the right way. And sometimes that means breaking people apart and putting things together in other ways, because our gestures can gang up on one another, and that's when you're going to come across as aggressive, versus being very assertive but being a little bit lighter, being a little bit slower with things. That gives you gravitas, which can be assertive without the effortful punching of aggression. That might be a little different than what you normally hear me talk about, or what you normally hear from experts that are helping you with your executive presence. But those are the kinds of things that sets moving image apart and sets me as a movement pattern analyst apart from other body language experts. If you love this kind of detail, if this is super interesting to you, make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified, and contact me. Let me know what you think. What are your other questions? What happens if you are slow but really heavy? What happens if you are, when somebody's pointing at you, what does that mean? Any questions that you have, throw them in the comments, and I will try to address them in future videos. Have a fantastic day. I'm Alison Henderson. My company is Moving Image Consulting, and my platform is Confident and Visionary Leadership.